Imagine this. You spend years crafting a flawless image, meticulous, untouchable, a pillar of strength. Then, in a single moment, a whisper tears through the crowd. A rumor, unproven but electrifying, stains your name. Suddenly, doors slam shut. Allies vanish. The world judges you not by the truth, but by the shadow you never cast. Here lies the brutal paradox. Reputation is not what you are. It is what others believe you are. And once shattered, it cannot be unbroken. Why do kings and conquerors wage wars over mere words? Why do the masses cling to perception over reality? Nietzsche warned, all credibility, all good conscience, all evidence of truth come only from the senses. But what happens when the senses are poisoned against you? The question is not whether you guard your reputation. It's whether you even realize it's already under siege. Reputation is a phantom, intangible, yet tyrannical. It thrives not on truth, but on the human mind's desperate need for simplicity. Nietzsche saw this clearly. We hear only those questions for which we are capable of finding an answer, and so, society reduces you to a symbol, a story, a digestible myth. Once that myth is written, reason flees. Why does this happen? Because reputation is power distilled into perception. Carl Jung understood the collective unconscious, how groups crave archetypes, not individuals. A single flaw, magnified by whispers, becomes a stain no achievement can cleanse. The court of public opinion operates on primal instincts, not evidence. And here's the trap. You believe your actions speak for themselves. But the world doesn't listen to actions. It listens to echoes. The moment you forget this, you've already lost. So ask yourself, who controls your legend? And what will you sacrifice to keep it? A ruined reputation does more than silence you. It rewires reality itself. Cognitive biases like the halo effect ensure that once branded, every act is filtered through the lens of that initial judgment. The mob CRAV's coherence, not truth. A single misstep, real or imagined, becomes proof of deeper corruption. Neurologically, our brains are wired for efficiency, not fairness. The fundamental attribution error means people will blame your character, not circumstances. History's outcasts, from Socrates to Oscar Wilde, learned too late. Society would rather burn a heretic than question its own myths, and so the cycle continues. Reputation becomes a cage, built not by your deeds, but by the collective need for villains and saints. The terrifying truth? You could live with integrity for decades, yet one lie, repeated enough, becomes your epitaph. The question isn't whether you'll be judged. It's whether you'll be heard before the verdict is sealed. The escape begins with a ruthless admission. You are not the author of your reputation. You are its strategist. Nietzsche's will to power demands not passive virtue, but active myth-making. Study history's great survivors. Machiavelli, who turned infamy into reverence. Cleopatra, who weaponized spectacle. They understood that reputation is not defended, it is orchestrated. Counterintuitively, the strongest shield is controlled imperfection. A flaw confessed but carefully chosen disarms suspicion. A reputation too polished invites destruction. The 48 laws reveal this truth. Never appear so perfect that others cannot relate, nor so flawed that they cannot respect. This is the art of reputation alchemy. You must become both sculptor and shadow, crafting perceptions before they crystallize against you. The world will write your legend. The only choice is whether you hold the pen or let your enemies dip it in poison. Now, the final revelation awaits, one that will split the game wide open. Here is the silent law that governs all others. Reputation is not about you. It is about the hunger of those who define you. Nietzsche's "God is dead" was not a victory cry, but a warning. When absolutes crumble, man does not seek truth. He seeks a story to endure the chaos. And you, whether saint or scoundrel, are but a character in that story, the paradigm shift. Stop pleading for fairness. Become the author who understands the audience's thirst for drama. Let them believe they have unmasked you, while you control what lies beneath the mask. The greatest power lies not in being seen truly, but in making the world need its illusion of you. So ask yourself one last time, will you be a prisoner of their narratives or the silent architect of your own? The choice is yours, but remember, in the theater of power, the spotlight burns hottest on those who never knew they were on stage. Curtain falls. The echo remains.